For those of you that wanted brushing videos, first I'll kind of explain what I do. How well can you see that? So, I've already been brushing him for a little bit, so he's all relaxed and happy. What I like to do is always go to the ears just a little bit. If they have mats, definitely just be really gentle, okay? If it's like a little thing coming out, maybe just take a pair of scissors. Well, in general, good pair of scissors can just cut the bottom of the mat. If you're careful, do not cut the skin if it's really bad. Most groomers, when they're doing it, they'll just cut the mat right out if it's too bad. Other times you can use a mat brush or a dematting brush. What that does is it has sharp little blades kind of like this, and you just go over it and it cuts it open and makes it easier to remove. Because what a mat is just dirt, right? All mats are dirt and fur and whatever else, all just stuck. Come here, buddy. Here you go. Big rub, okay? If you don't have any mats, make sure you get under the arms. Be very gentle. There's not a lot of fur there. And if you have a short hair dog, just be really gentle. One of the ways I get all the fur out of my dogs is I go backwards on their fur and just do a little bit at a time. So I kind of just do this and just let the fur come as it goes. Comet here isn't really been shedding a lot. So he just needs a little brush. But people wanted the video, so here we are. Hey, buddy boo. Buddy boo means that I love you. Yes, it does, my little furry boy. You see? Lots of fur. And I usually just make a pile. Try not to put in front of a fan or the air vent or any of that. That can either cause a fire, tangle your fan, or just send fur every which direction. Oh, yes. Oh, that's such a good boy. Fair warning, a lot of dogs will not let you brush them as easily as my boy does. And sometimes even he don't want to be brushed, so I gotta be careful. Because some fur is connected to sensitive parts, and maybe your dog ran into a wall and got hurt that day. If they do, just watch their face. If they flinch or you feel a knot, don't pull. So like, say I'm going and I feel a knot. Oh no, I'm not going to do that. Don't do that. All you're just going to do is gently just kind of go, oh, there's a knot, pull away. Try to get a little further, pull away. If it's still really bad, I will actually hold the fur in place and just kind of do that. That way I prevent any and all pulling. Or if it's, a mat, you're going to just cut it out. And in the 3 years I've had my dogs, none of them have had mats. I take them out, they run around, they get baths, they go into the water, but my dogs never get matted. Yes, they get some knots, because, even you get knots, but my dogs don't. He's a good boy. Oh, he's a good boy. Oh, he's a good boy. Whoops! There's my dog. Let's see, did I get that right? Well, you can see his head. He's just enjoying this, see, big guy. And one thing I do, because my dogs don't like to roll over all the time for me, is I will just do one side of them that day, and the next day catch them when they're lying on the other side, and do that side. You can just alternate, because you don't have to brush your dog for an hour straight. Groomers have to do it to get rid of everything, but if your dog's at home, just give them a little bit of brush, 10 minutes every day, if they're really bad. Or if they're having a bad shedding day, yeah, just focus on one part. Move around, of course, because, if you scratch one spot, you're going to break the skin, yada yada. That's why you see me changing what I'm brushing. Yes, I'm focusing on the parts that are bad, but I'm not, staying in one spot for too long. Like, I'll come over to his neck here. Because Comet has a very fluffy mane that needs to be preserved. Yes, he does, you big baby boy. He's such a big baby, spoiled boy. But if you can tell, because of all the brushing I do, he actually doesn't have a lot of fur coming out. I don't really know any fur brush brands. I usually just like to look for a nice, deep double coat brush if I'm gonna buy one. Like, you can kind of see how this one works really well. This one I got for free. I don't even know the brand anymore. What is it? I'm not sponsored. This is from Wahl. W-A-H-L. This one's really good. I can also just kind of comb all his fur up with the other side here. Make like a giant mess for myself later. This one's really good for if you have a dog that just blows a coat like this side here, the rake. This is good for when you have a dog that is blowing a coat. And I mean like husky blowing a coat, right? Because this can get all that surface fur off, and then you just use the other side to just grab it all. Because like, even Comet here, like, you saw me brushing him, but I still have to use this other side to get like that surface layer out. This is also a good one for like getting through mats, because you can just go over it and it slowly will break apart a mat. That's kind of just all I do. And sometimes I'll style my boy, make him look like he's even fluffier than he normally is. Ain't that right, big guy? Ain't that right? He's your boy. He's such a baby. Can I get your butt? So the main thing Comet doesn't like is me going near his butt. That's because when I first got him, I accidentally nicked his knickers with the hair, like it pulled a strand on a more sensitive area. You know, fully intact male for not... Guys, you'll understand. Girls, maybe not so much. Maybe girls will. You never know. I'm not one, so I wouldn't know. Ain't that right, you big fur ball? You big lovey-dovey fur ball that's just been cuddling my legs all day in this plus 29 to 31 Celsius degree weather that we've been unfortunately scorching through, and I have to go working tomorrow. Ain't that right? But you know what you get to be? Laying down like this in front of an AC. Yeah, she rolled over. Good boy. Good boy. And always try to talk. Me, I go quiet because my brain can't handle talking and brushing at the same time normally. Only reason I'm able to do it now is because I'm making a video, so I'm focusing on that, right? But ask your dog, how are you doing? Oh, is that itchy? Oh, here, let me get that for you. Like, just talk to him. Treat him like you're the masseuse at a massage therapy parlor, right? Oh. And if you really want to make sure you get all the fur, as long as it doesn't start catching... Oh, see? I almost pulled. He has a knot right there. Right in his hindquarters here. You can kind of tell he got a bit mad at me. So we're just going to go back to what I was doing. Break it open, get the fur out. But you can tell, if they flinch like that, like Comet has a lot of patience. So he just lets me do whatever. But he has snapped. Every dog has a breaking point. Comet's is if he gets hurt, he won't like you. So it may look like I'm pushing really hard into him, but I'm not. I'm letting this just glide through his fur. I don't put any force into this at all. Because if I do, I will get bit. Or nipped. He probably wouldn't hurt me. But if you ever felt it, and lots of owners that deal with more iffy dogs, rescues and that, even having those teeth on you can leave a bruise. Right? Because, like, look at this. If that goes like that, even remotely, I'm going to have a pretty dang darn big bruise on my arm. What are we looking at here? Well, Here's a big, pretty baby boy. He's a big, pretty baby boy. He's a big, pretty boy. Oh, that feel good, huh? Oh, that feel good. Oh, that feel good. Can we get the leg going? Can we get the leg going? Can we get the... Oh, we got the leg going. There we go, you big baby. Oh, yeah, he's a big baby boy. He's a big baby. Bye, YouTube.